You know, when you open a map on your phone, you just have this like absolute blind faith in that little blue dot.
Oh, yeah, you don't even question it.
Exactly. You would never expect that dot to confidently tell you you are on the highway while, actively driving you straight into a lake.
Right, that would be terrifying.
But right now, a massive vulnerability is doing exactly that to global shipping. So we are doing a deep dive today into a new Splash Tech exclusive report that shows the UK government is, frankly, panicking a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this. What exactly is this government questionnaire asking ship operators?
Well, what's fascinating here is how the tone has just completely shifted. I mean, governments used to treat satellite interference, which we call GNSS interference, as just a theoretical risk.
Like something isolated to conflict zones, right?
Yeah, exactly. But now this UK audit is demanding proof of immediate operational readiness. Like, they want to know if crews have actually done a satellite denial drill in the past 6 months.
Wow. So they're basically asking if the ECDIS, the electronic charts go totally dark, can the officers actually navigate manually?
Yes, using dead reckoning without any satellite feeds at all.
Wait, let me challenge that logic for a second, though.
Yeah.
Because we are talking about global navigation satellites.
Yeah.
These are, multi-billion-dollar pieces of military-grade hardware floating in space.
Right.
So are you telling me a random bad actor can just easily trick them?
It is surprisingly easy, actually, because of the physics involved. Those satellites are 12,000 miles in space, so by the time their signals hit Earth, they are incredibly weak.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so a bad actor with a relatively cheap transmitter can just stand nearby and shout a fake, much louder signal at the ship, and the ship's antenna naturally just locks onto the loudest voice.
Got it. So it is not just jamming, which is like losing your signal and getting a blank screen.
No.
Spoofing is more like someone sneaking up behind you, putting a blindfold on you, and whispering wrong directions in your ear while perfectly imitating your phone's navigation voice.
That is the absolute perfect way to look at it. The ship's systems genuinely believe the lie. I mean, the Splash Tech sources highlight this wild example with a massive cargo ship, the MSC Antonia.
Right, I read about that.
Yeah, it physically grounded in the Red Sea, but its public tracking data confidently showed it sailing deep into the desert miles away.
Wait, sailing in the desert, that is insane. If the spoofing is that convincing,
Yeah.
what is the scale of the problem here?
The scale is massive. Recent data from SIDOM shows interference affecting around 40,000 vessels, with roughly 1,000 incidents happening every single day.
1,000 a day. But since the satellite system is basically free and highly accurate, what realistic, affordable alternative are operators actually supposed to adopt?
Well, the answer isn't to just rip out the satellites. It is about adopting what the industry calls layered navigation.
Layered navigation. So what does that look like in practice?
Basically, the UK is pouring £71 million into a national ILRAN program, and they are exploring something called R-Mode, which uses existing terrestrial maritime radio infrastructure.
Oh, so you back up the primary space data with earthbound signals.
Exactly. Earthbound signals, radar, and just good old-fashioned visual fixing.
Here's where it gets really interesting. This layered navigation isn't just about stopping ships from physically bumping into things.
No, the implications go way beyond that.
Right, because if that electronic tracking system, the AIS data, is lying about a ship's location, it poisons the entire global supply chain. I mean, sanctions screening, insurance assessments, commodity intelligence, all of it is based on location data we assumed was a fundamental truth.
Exactly. We built a global economy on the assumption that location is an objective fact. What we are realizing is just a data point that can be hacked.
Yeah, that is a scary thought.
It is. Those electronic tracking systems were originally built for simple collision avoidance. They weren't meant for secure, encrypted data transmission. So the entire maritime industry is being forced to shift from blindly trusting data to continuously validating it.
But how do you validate a lie that looks that real? Are they just looking at the ship's paperwork more closely?
They are actually using the laws of physics to catch the lie. Intelligence systems from companies like Kepler and Windward now analyze the ship's reported behavior.
Oh, I get it. So if the data says a massive cargo vessel just made a 90-degree turn while going 30 knots, the system flags it immediately.
Right, because a ship of that mass physically cannot do that. Plus, platforms like CyberOwl and new DNV class rules, specifically UR-E26 and E27, are forcing ships to treat their onboard hardware like high-security IT systems.
So constantly auditing for these abnormal network patterns.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean? The maritime industry is caught in this wild paradox where they have to urgently relearn old-school manual navigation while simultaneously building modern, layered cyber resilience.
That sums it up perfectly, and it leaves you with an unsettling thought about the absolute bedrock of global trade. I mean, if knowing exactly where a massive cargo ship is at any given moment can no longer be inherently trusted without constant validation.
Yeah, that changes everything.
It really does. How long before this zero trust reality for location data bleeds into the logistics of everything else you consume? I mean, when will you have to start second guessing that little blue dot on your own map?